When you're dealing with sensitive issues, it's always better to measure twice and cut once. And with that, we again thank you for your patience. We realize that our time frames don't always match those of the press in terms of when you would like information. Before turning the time over to President Watts, I wish to focus on the need for leadership in the Senate to judiciously respond to recent comments made by Senator Butters. Allow me to make just a few key points. There are passionate feelings surrounding these issues and surrounding Senator Butters' comments. In the legislature, we are governed by legislative rules, state law, case law, and the Constitution. Like all citizens, Senator Butters has constitutional rights to free speech. The response that we have must not overreach to the extent that it becomes chilling to free speech, and we recognize that. Having said that, we must maintain a manner of discourse that demonstrates respect for individuals that we may not always agree with. Thus, our response to Senator Butters' comments must assure the public that the process of considering sensitive legislative issues is handled fairly. With that being said, I'd now like to turn the time over to President Watts, and I'd like to personally commend him for the way that he has handled this in being judicious, making sure that he understands where we are headed before stepping forward. President Watts.
Good morning. Thank you for your courtesy and your patience. This morning, the purpose of this press conference is to announce that in my appointment process as the President of the Senate, I have removed Senator Chris Butters as the chairman and as a member of the Judicial Standing Committee. That committee is the committee where most of the bills dealing with laws of our state, as well as issues dealing with gay rights, the Equality Utah issues have all been sent. It was my feeling that in doing this, several things would be accomplished. Number one, it would remove the focus, as those bills go there, from distracting on personal issues, and the issues would have a better chance of bearing on their own merits rather than the stir that is created in the public with the controversial comments you've already heard. The second thing that I think is beneficial is that I think it frees Senator Butters to feel more at ease in saying how he personally feels without feeling like he's speaking on behalf of his committee or the legislature. I believe this will be a freeing mechanism that will allow Senator Butters to more fully function, express his freedom of speech rights. There's been a lot of discussion on this issue. I can't express how distracting it's been to the legislative process in the last 24 hours. We've met as a caucus and discussed the issue. I want the citizens of Utah to know that the Utah Senate stands behind Senator Butters' right to speak, that we stand behind him as one of our colleagues and his right to serve in this state. We think he's a stalwart. We think he's a senator that represents the point of view of many of his constituents and many of ours. We agree with many of the things that he said. We may disagree with some of them. We may disagree with some of the ways he said it. But we stand foursquare behind his right to say what he feels he wants to say and needs to say. Thank you.